What's going on, guys? It's Jamie here. Thanks for joining me in today's video. I'm going to be talking about something that was a lesson I had to learn the very hard way when I first got started online way back 2011. This is something that I've since adopted into my business, and it is one of the reasons that I credit the success that I've had, especially over the last couple of years. So if this is the first time here, I'd like to say a very warm welcome to you. My name is Jamie Gardner. I'm a full-time affiliate marketer, also a coach for a program called the Super Affiliate Accelerator. It's the award we won behind you there for clocking over $1 million in revenue. Helped over 700 students and counting build a sustainable online business with high ticket affiliate marketing as the focus. So if you're interested in keeping up to date with what I'm doing, this is really just me documenting the last 10 years I've spent online, learning about fundamentals of sales, marketing, offer creation, all that fun stuff. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, smash that bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm putting out. Little caveat, this is about as fancy as my videos are going to get. See, I'm not even going to edit that out. So if you're happy to put up with that, then like I say, you're probably going to learn a couple of things along the way. Right, jumping straight into it. So this little lesson was something, I'm going to paint a bit of a picture for you guys. So when I first got started, 2011, I started building blogs, and I was working in the financial markets at the time. My job was essentially to teach people about the financial markets, risk of financial markets trading, derivative products that my company was producing, and also the software that our company was running on. Also risk and different chart patterns and various things like that. Not that I could actually offer trading advice, of course, but it was a really fascinating job. I absolutely loved it. However, because I was doing that all day, every day, what I thought was, why don't I take the information that I'm building every single day and start putting that online in the form of blogs? And so what I did was went out and I started building out blogs. And so I say plural because for some reason, I don't know why, I thought it would be a good idea to build blogs across multiple channels. So I had one for foreign exchange trading, had another one for share market advice, had another one for options trading. There was all sorts of stuff in there. I don't know why I decided to do these at the same time, go figure. Anyway, what ended up happening was I spent so much time in the theory behind the stuff, so much time learning about how my hosting software would work, so much time learning about things like WordPress and all that type of stuff, and then SEO, and then backlinks and how the Google algorithm works, all that type of stuff. But there was very little in the way of execution as I was doing that. And so what tended to happen was, it took me a long time before I even finished off these blogs that I'd been working on. And when I say a long time, it was around about 8 months, I think. And finally, the big day arrives and I hit the go button and publish, and my first blog post and whatnot. And the problem was that what I hadn't realized is all that time that I've been spent learning all this stuff. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, I kind of needed to know that along the way. But had I actually bothered just to pay someone to help me out along the way, or just learn these things, then I would have saved myself so much time. So that's lesson number one. The second part of it is, so basically pay someone to get help, right? If you want to shortcut your results, pay someone that has been down that pathway before, get that help you need in order to start smashing your goals straight away, right? So the second part of this, and the reason why I really wanted to put this video together, and why I actually have been able to get any success online ever since, is something that I learned the hard way. Like I say, that was my first experience, and this was something that I started becoming better at as I went along. So 2013, 2014, I started doing things like selling t-shirts and e-commerce products, and had a whole bunch of e-commerce stores on Shopify and all sorts of things like that. And then eventually I ended up leaving the workforce 2017 to run ads for small business. And so that period of me thinking about that idea, actually getting started, and then leaving my job happened in relatively quick succession. So leading up to the big lesson here, by the way. And so then later on, 2018, and found myself broke yet again. And then the major agency that I was doing a lot of work for pulled all their marketing. They brought everything in-house, which was fine. That's just how life goes sometimes. But also coincided with them running into some financial difficulty, which meant that they were unable to pay their contractors at that time. The downside for me is, once again, having gone through all sorts of things like bankruptcy and all that type of stuff, I found myself broke yet again. And there is a reason why I'm telling you all this stuff, right? And so therefore, 2019, I pivoted my entire business. I went from running an agency, building that over the prior couple of years, to then flipping over to affiliate marketing, which I had already been doing in the background anyway. However, I had not been doing it successfully up until this point. And so when I devoted all my attention to the stuff, 2019, I finally started getting a little bit of traction along the way. And what happened was I was focusing on low ticket products, but I was implementing, I was working hard, I was trying to get all this stuff working, and yet again, things weren't really taking off quite the way that I anticipated. I was doing things like launch jacking and slowly building an email list and trying to be on every single social media platform at once at the same time, creating my own sense of omnipresence, even though I was only one person without much of an ad budget at that time. So kind of a little bit hard, you know. Anyway, the relevance of all this backstory, and I appreciate your patience while I go into that as well, by the way. But the relevance being is that the shift happened in such quick succession, and it was ridiculous how quickly it actually came into fruition for me. And so what happened was late in 2019, I was teaming up with what has now become a very good friend of mine and was then a mentor of mine, Jacob Karras. And basically he gave me some advice, and the advice pretty much was get rid of all that shit. Like, you don't need all that stuff. You don't need all the things that you think you need. What you need to do is focus on a couple of key details, a couple of key things within your business that are going to move the needle. And I actually ignored this advice. I say late 2019, he actually gave me this advice earlier on. I can't remember the specific dates. And look, I'm mincing up the words. It was the message was pretty much that: get rid of all the stuff, you don't need it, pretty much, right? And so eventually the pain threshold got too much. I ended up just letting go and going, you know what, yes, I'm going to focus on what this information is in front of me, and I'm just going to focus and do it, because I do not have an option anymore. Like, I thought I had an option before, I thought I could figure it out on my own. I couldn't, right? So anyway, again, the lesson about getting a mentor, very, very powerful, right? Here's where it gets really cool, and this is the lesson that I wanted to put out there today with this particular video, is within a 7-day time frame, after letting go of all this stuff that I was doing, all this stuff was actually just baggage, on being on every social media platform I could possibly find, on looking after multiple email lists and multiple chatbot lists, and you know, all sorts of things that I was doing, and getting rid of all that lifted a huge weight off my shoulders, and I became very, very, very focused. And I started testing stuff out, and I was testing how to, I guess, close people in Messenger. I was testing offers. I was testing ways to actually transition to offers. I was testing my own way of selling. I was testing what I was doing on the phone when I was bridging over to a sales call. But I was doing it in rapid succession, really, really quickly. I was like failing really quickly, but I was determined. I knew that I was on the right track at that stage. And within 7 days of me, like I say, just letting go of everything, just going, yep, I'm going to focus on this stuff right in front of me. It's all I need. I don't need all this other stuff that's floating around. Had my first $1,000 day in just 7 days. Of course, you know, the story is a lot better when I just say, oh, I made my first $1,000 after 7 days. But of course, that's not the truth, right? The truth is that it took me a long, long time to build up to that. It's not like I had a big audience, not like, you know, I had thousands of subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's not like I had millions of people on my email. It's not like I had thousands of people in my Facebook group. But I did get clear and focused. And here is the thing, the message that I'm trying to deliver here today is what changed above everything else, and what has driven my business forward ever since that point, is the speed in which I can take an idea, and it might be an idea, it might literally be half a sentence in a video training that I've just purchased. It could be something that I see on a live training somewhere. It could be something else in a different industry I see. It could be reading some old manuscripts from, you know, the great copywriters or anything of that nature. And the speed in which I can take that and put that and work out how to put that into my business is what is determining how quickly I'm going to get data back. Okay, and so if I'm going out there and I'm like throwing out this new offer, I've never tried it before, let's give it a shot, I think it's going to work, maybe not, who cares if it doesn't, and it doesn't work, I'm actually okay with that now, because I know, hey, I've got some data. What was the feedback? Was there any feedback? None? Okay, well, maybe I just really hit the mark, like missed the mark, I should say. So then what I do is then I adjust, I create a different angle. I know the thing at the end of it, the actual thing that's over here is good. I just need to figure out the angle that's going to work in front of my audience. So the lesson here is twofold. Number one is get yourself some help along the way. I can assure you, if you just release your ego a little bit, just let it go and just accept that getting help to get towards your goals quicker is going to determine how quickly you can actually get moving. in this business, right? Any online endeavor. So that's number one. Number two is quite simply the speed in which you can take an idea or a concept and execute on that and put it into your business and see whether it works and get that data and let go. Like, don't be emotional about going, okay, well, that didn't work. What else can we try? Okay, cool. Well, that didn't work. What else can we try? Is going to determine how quickly you can get that data, how quickly you can make more offers, how quickly you can get in front of the right audience and adjust on the fly. And so that's the thing. Now, last little story I'm going to tell you guys, and reason why I actually put this video together today is I'm in the middle of doing a product launch at the moment. I've got about 4 days left at the time of recording, and it's going pretty well. It's a mid-ticket, it's about $300. There's also payment plans available, all that type of stuff. And it's a process that I've been refining over the years. It's last time I did it made me about 49K, still ticking along, still actually making sales, not every day, but every other day. So that figure is building quite significantly, but it's now an asset that sits there for me. And so it's really exciting. But here's the cool thing is that when I got the idea to do this launch, I actually had the idea a long time ago. But the speed in which I've been able to deploy this, I kind of just went, all right, well, I guess 15th of Feb is going to be the deadline. Let's just throw it out there, see what happens. But I didn't have anything. I didn't have any fancy stuff. There was no fancy logos. There's no fancy, pages drawn out, all that type of stuff. I'd already pre-recorded the videos, which is, something that I'd already had. So I already had the information there. I just needed to package that up and then market it, which is what I've done. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is, and the reason why this whole video came about is because I did a logo for it, and it took me about I'm going to say 6 minutes on Canva, something like that. I took a pre-template, I put some words in there, click the go button, all right, done. And now what do we got? Okay, I've got this pre-done little membership area, all right, videos in, bang, 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 okay, done. So therefore I had the product straight away. And then, like I say, it was just a matter of marketing it, and it's going gangbusters. So I expect that's going to bring a significant bulk of revenue to my bottom line, and of course be able to ascend some amazing people to my high ticket back-end offers as well, which is kind of cool, right? So this is part of the fun of it. So like I say, big two lessons here for you guys today is number one, drop the ego, drop what you feel is holding you back from getting mentoring. It's not just someone trying to sell you the idea that you need mentoring. This comes from personal experience. Like I say, it took me 10 years to get to this type of level, around about 7.5 years to go from earning close to nothing in the affiliate marketing space to basically making my first 10K month, and I'm sitting anywhere between kind of 20 and 40K months at the moment, 2 years on. And so that speed in which you can execute and get things moving and stay focused, it really helps as well. So anyway, get mentoring, number one. Number two, the speed in which you can execute ideas is going to massively determine how well you're going to do in this game. If you're sitting there thinking oh, should I, well, this is going to work for me, I don't know, I need a bit more information about it, I don't know, well, you probably already missed the boat. In fact, I guarantee someone else is going to go, oh, yeah, that's a freaking cool idea, and they're going to just go and execute it. And all of a sudden, you would have been like, but I had that idea ages ago, I just didn't do anything with it. So try it out. Just let go of needing it to be right, and let go of worrying if you're going to fail. Anything like that doesn't actually matter. No one really gives a shit end of the day. Okay, just fucking do it. Anyway, on that note, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. If you're interested in, joining my community, I have a pretty cool Facebook group. I drop a lot of value over there. There is a link below in the description. Feel free to check that out. It's called theultimateaffiliategroup.com. And for everyone else, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this video. If there's anything else you'd like to learn on this channel, like I say, this is me just documenting what I've been up to over the last 10 years. Can't believe it's been that long. Anyway, all that being said, thanks once again for joining me. Hope you got some value out of this, and look forward to catching you guys on the next one. Thanks very much.